welcome back to the Team Gullit YouTube channel. My name is Renzo and today we're back with a brand new video, and this one is a tutorial about creative runs. You might have never heard from it because it's not really a common feature that people use, but it can be actually very effective, and some pros are actually using it, but you just can't see it that they're using it. But first of all, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, obviously, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Put on a notification so you won't miss anything, because we got a lot of content, like always, coming your way to improve your FIFA 22 gameplay. So, like always, you just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so let's start off by creative runs. What is it? The creative run is pretty much an extra option for you to direct the run of a player in whichever angle you want him to go. And how does it work? Well, it's a combination of two buttons. Well, yeah, two buttons pretty much. L1, this is used to manually trigger runs. You can try and use it without using a creative run. If you aim at a certain player, so here in Nkunku, kind of in that left stick to the right direction, which means we're going to want to trigger Fekir. And with the creative run, usually if you only press L1, the player is going to make a direct run forward. Now we are actually able to, with the right stick, like you can see, we're moving the right stick to the right. We're going to direct that run into the space that we are actually aiming. So if we would have aimed the right stick up top, you would see Fekir running to the left side of the pitch. If we would do it down bottom, you would see him run to the right side of the pitch. And obviously you can aim this to wherever you want. And like you see there, you saw the green kind of arrows. That means that you have triggered a creative run. And you can trigger it in so many different situations, and you'll notice that the AI doesn't really respond well on these creative runs. Why is that? Probably technical wise, thinking that the AI is not used to this creative run because we are triggering it, so somebody else has to pick up on this himself to defend him, your opponent. But here in a 3-on-3 situation, for example, it's very effective to actually use the creative run to drag a player out of position, as you can see here, because you create space with this creative run for yourself, and then what's gonna happen? A space is going to open up in a different direction as well. And like I said, you can also use creative runs by just using L1 if you want somebody to run forward, like this direction for Mbappe. It's probably not necessary to use the creative run in this case, but this is actually how it works. Okay, so there's two different ways of really making use of creative runs. First of all, it's creating space for other players. So right here, we're triggering Mbappe to that kind of run to the sideline. So he is going to drag that center back out of position. And if not, we still have the possibility of playing with a through ball or a long ball. But look here, now he's dragged that center back a little bit to the left side of the pitch, which is allowing one of our midfielders, in this case, without triggering Nkunku, to use that space and get into a free goal scoring opportunity. And here, probably could have played Vinicius here, but it's just to show you guys how this actually works. Let's say Vinicius was being marked tighter here. We're actually dragging the right back out of position, which is allowing us to have that Atal overlapping for us. And here again, it's a beautiful trigger of a run, beautiful timing. And you saw that is actually quite hard to defend because there's just so many players making runs, and the AI, like I said, doesn't pick up on this too well. So it's constantly manually defending for your opponent as well. And like I said, you want to sometimes just use the creative run in order to create space somewhere else on the pitch. Because here, we could have probably sent Mbappe through, but now we are actually triggering him to drag Kimpembe out of position, which is going to allow space opening up there because there's less defenders. Easy like that, right? But most of you will probably start using this to get in behind easier, because triggering with L1 in general just gives you that opportunity to play people in behind. Right here with Sao, that is like creating space. If we don't trigger him, he'll probably like well, kind of stop running here and try to just get the ball in his feet. But if you trigger him with L1, he's going to make that run, and if we use the creative run, we're just sure that the run is going to be directly into the box. So that is probably the most easy way of using creative runs, but like I said, the word says it, it's, you can get creative with it, so you can actually try, like we explained before, to use the creative runs to actually create space for other players. Because here as well, it is actually effective to trigger your strikes in a certain direction that the opponent might not defend well, or is just not used to seeing those runs, because usually the runs are just directly into the box, like in a straight line, and now you can kind of adjust those runs. So it's definitely very effective as well to get in behind. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and it's just something, again, practice makes perfect. Just try it out. And up next, there will be a video about how to attack in 2v2, because then you can make a lot of creative runs as well, but that's just true to chemistry. But there are some tips to that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.